Hey, Forrest Vance here, owner of FVT Bootcamp and Personal Training in Sacramento, California. We just finished up a 30-day performance nutrition challenge at our gym, and I thought I'd do a quick recap video and pass along the 3 top lessons that we learned. So, lesson number 1 is taking food out of your diet makes you much more aware of what you're eating. So during this challenge, we took away grains, dairy, and sugar for 30 days. And I participated in the challenge as well, wanted to lead by example, of course. And as an example from my own personal experience, I found that I was actually eating more bread than I thought that I was. So I always try to pick good type of bread. Usually we'll go for like Ezekiel bread or Dave's Killer bread, both great brands, and they do have definitely some nutritional value. But what it would be is with breakfast, a lot of times I'd have 1 or 2 pieces of toast, and then sometimes I end up having a sandwich again later in the day. And then all of a sudden, you have a lot more, probably you could say, unfavorable carbohydrate source than you probably should be. And while there is some nutritional value, it's probably not as much nutritional value as something else that you could choose instead. The same thing happened for dairy, and I saw a lot of this with people that were posting comments in the private Facebook group that we had set up, and just talking with folks and stuff. Is it, it's the same similar example. You put creamer in your coffee in the morning. Maybe you have some yogurt in your protein shake. Maybe you have a little cheese in your salad later in the day. But when you take these foods out completely, the value in doing that, just even if it's just for the short term, is making you realize actually what you're doing. And then when you come back to eating it, you don't have to cut it out completely, but just realize and moderate the amount that you're having, not only for fat loss, but also just for health, for energy levels, for overall well-being. Grains and dairy are 2 foods that a lot of people don't even realize how they're affecting their body in a lot of different ways. So it's a good, valuable thing to do, even if it's just for short term, to cut them out and see how you feel. So the second lesson was focusing on food quality. So you have probably like these 2 arguments when it comes to nutrition, especially when it's for fat loss. Some people will say, only focus on calories. That's all that matters. As long as you eat less than you expend, at the end of the day, you're going to lose weight. And then you have another group of people that say, don't look at calories at all. Just look at food quality. Make sure you're eating the right foods. Make sure you're focusing on the right stuff. And then your body will eventually get to the weight that it needs to be at eventually, at the end of the day. Eventually, you'll even out and kind of self-regulate, I guess is a better word. So what it really comes down to, and I think learning from this, is that the best thing is both. So making sure, number 1, that you're focusing on lean proteins, that you're focusing on vegetables, on fruits, nuts and seeds, healthy fats. That's forming the basis of your diet. And you're not having processed foods, you're not having sugar, you're eating real foods. And then also, but the thing is, in addition to that, you also want to be making sure that you're eating about the right amount. And so I think I saw a lot of people would get caught up kind of in either one. And some people were coming from the background of just counting calories. Maybe they've done Weight Watchers or something like that. Well, it's not exactly counting calories. It's like based on points. So it's kind of the same concept. But it's not as focused on food quality. And then, it's not going to give you the same kind of health, energy benefits. It's not going to change your body composition as much. And it's a lot of times harder because you end up being starving if you're really in a calorie deficit and you're not getting a good balance, if you're getting too much sugar, if you're not getting enough protein and fat, that sort of thing. But then also you see some people occasionally that, their weight loss is a little bit slower because they are eating quality foods, but they are eating a little bit too much of them. And that can happen as well. And so, what we have to do is kind of get both of them dialed in at the end of the day to get the best results. And then the number 3 thing is the percentage of time that you need to be dialed in order to get the results that you want to get. So when it comes to fat loss, it seems that we basically had about almost 30 people participate in this challenge. So it's a pretty good, and we've done 10 of these before in sort of a slightly different format, but we do 3 or 4 of these nutrition challenges at our gym each year. And I think one thing that we can consistently see is that to get the best results, really especially when we're talking about fat loss, you need to be dialed in like a good 90% of the time. You certainly can have cheat meals and enjoy and do what you want to do, but that needs to be in the overall context. So maybe that means you have one day where you have a couple meals, like a lunch and a dinner out of the week, where you, within reason, enjoy and eat the foods that you want. That's totally fine. Maybe you have those couple meals and they're kind of spaced out, one in the middle of the week, one on the weekend, and eat what you want, and that's totally fine as well. Where people get into trouble is they say, oh, I'm going to have a cheat, go for the whole weekend and kind of eat what I want and kind of go off the plan, get back on during the week. That definitely works for maintenance, but for fat loss, it's definitely can be tough. And it's what you got to do is keep a food log, which is what we always do. Pay attention to what you're doing. Get really in touch with your eating habits, your patterns over the course of the week, and then adjust those accordingly so you get back on track. A lot of times, just small tweaks make a huge, huge difference. So there you have 3 tips that I took away, and we took away as a group from the Performance Nutrition Challenge. I hope that those help you in your health and fat loss goals. And make sure that if you enjoy this video, make sure to pop over to the blog at forestvance.com for many more videos like this, not only on nutrition, but on kettlebells, on body weight training, and much more. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and talk to you soon.